falling for nobody else but you. You caught my eye, and I've got a feeling I'm falling. Show me the ring and I'll jump right through.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's getting cold here, winter time. Brought the old Firecat into the garage for the year, but that's not what we're talking about today. So I was on the old marketplace last night, like I always do, because I'm addicted. And I seen this thing come up, and now these things are super rare. Well, not super rare, but they're rare, and they're very sought after. I don't know what else to say about it. It's not what you would expect me to buy, but there's a reason why I bought this. So I'm going to show you here. Got this old Skidoo scandic, and first of all, I'm not a big Skidoo fan. Don't really like trapper sleds, not my thing, but these are very sought after. This thing only has what, 3,200 kilometers on it, like, and that's kilometers on these, I believe. It's nothing. High, low, reverse. It's been sitting for, the guy told me years. That's all he told me. I see the last sticker's 2019, so probably safe to say it's the last time it was probably driven. Hasn't ran in a very long time. I didn't even try starting it when I got there because I know better than that. But I did check compression. It has good compression. It has spark, so I got faith. So we're gonna unload this thing, and we're gonna start tearing this thing apart and see what it needs. We'll start with a carb clean, obviously. That's the first step. Throw some oil in it. Probably run a little bit of premix in the tank. Drain anything out that might be in here, if there's anything in here. Let's see. No, there is gas in there. Oh, that sucks. It's a pain. Oh well, we'll drain that. Woo! That smells bad too. Jesus. Okay, so let's get this thing unloaded and start working on this big heavy pig. By the way, folded my back to load this thing. I thought T-Cats were heavy, you know, big old Thundercat 900s, 1000s, that kind of stuff. I'm used to that. Whew. I don't know what this weighs. It's got to weigh more though. As you can see, it's been a few days. We now have snow. So first things first, I want to get the old gas out of this thing because it smelled really bad. Really bad. So that's got to go. That's the first thing I normally do when I buy any toy, really, is drain the gas. Woo, that smells bad. I drain the gas out of it because you really never know how old it is or what people put in it. You really never know. So I always drain the gas out of everything because you just can't trust people. So we'll get this going.
Much later.
Huh. Yeah, I'm having a hard time actually pulling a siphon. Okay, well, we're just gonna leave that for now and pretend we didn't do that. So first things first, we're gonna work on this carb. Take this off. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. The fuel line is snapped completely off the carb. Well, that's a problem too. That would cause an issue. Kind of hard to run a machine without a fuel line on it, eh? Okay, so be very careful with this because it looks pretty brittle. There we go. That's a pretty simple air box. So air box is out. Now for this carb, what we'll do is, I'm going to pull the slide out now. So we'll get this throttle slide out. I already checked it isn't seized, which is good. The choke isn't seized either, which is good. Normally after these things sit, the choke seized, the little plunger seized in the carb, and you really have a tough time getting them out. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to pull, might as well just snap that fuel line off. It's already snapped off anyways. I'm going to crack this out. Now we have to pull this choke plunger out. 12 mil, look at that. That was close. Look at that, not seized. That's almost a miracle. So, carb's off. We're going to clean that because there ain't no way it's running how it sits. I want to pull this battery out too. I don't have much faith at all, considering it's been dead for who knows how many years, but I'm going to try and bring this thing back to life. But I'm going to give it like a 17% chance of actually coming back. So I think we're screwed here, but worth a shot. Oh, okay. There it is. So we're going to take this battery inside, get it on the trickle charger, on the old manual charger, get this carb inside, and we're gonna go clean that. And then afterwards, I'll go see what's going on with the fuel tank. It might just be so low that I can't get a good siphon on it. That's probably what the case is. Oh, yeah, this is a solid brick of ice, so I'm gonna drop the 17% chance to about 0 now. Anyways, let's go in the garage. All right, we got the siphon going now. I'm stupid. I wasn't putting it low enough into the jug. You know, wasn't thinking. Anyways, let's take this carb. Let's go clean this and let that siphon in the meantime. So just pulled all the little bowl screws out here. We're gonna take a look at what this looks like. Yeah. Kind of gross, but definitely not the worst carb I've seen. I was gonna say that needle wasn't sitting right. The float was sitting up like this. Okay, let's, oh yeah. It's pretty dirty. Okay. Make sure not to lose this little gasket. So now I'm gonna blow out all these passages with the compressor, and then also the jets, the little blowgun, and then I'm going to toss it in the ultrasonic cleaner. I've already had that warming up. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to blow those passageways out. Actually, I guess I'll show you that. So I just use a typical blowgun like this. I'll take my main jet. Where are you? So I'll blow through it one way. I'll go the other way. Do the same with the pilot. And the other way. Do the passageways on the carb as well. Oops. Make sure not to do what I just did and blow all your parts around. Okay, so we will put this in the ultrasonic cleaner, all these little pieces, put it in there. When it's done, I blow them all out again with the air, and then it's ready to reassemble. So I'm going to throw that in there, and we'll see you in a minute. All right, the carb is clean. I'm reassembling. I just spent about 20 minutes looking for this little gasket. I must have blew it away when I was blowing the jets off earlier. Sometimes when you show the camera things, you actually end up playing yourself. And I never actually found it. This is from a different carb because I got a bunch of parts here. Too many parts. So we're going to throw this little gasket in. It goes under this seat right here. And we're going to go toss this carb on the sled. I just pre-mixed up 10 liters of gas. I mixed it at like 80 to 1 because I figured it should probably have a little bit of premix in there until the oil pump kicks in. I'm not really sure even if it works or not. So it doesn't hurt to have a little premix in there. We might foul some plugs, but that's a minor issue. So yeah, I'm going to toss this back together and we'll see you at the sled. All right, so I changed a couple of the fuel lines. I didn't change the one going to the carb because I like having a clear one for that. And I don't have any new ones right now. But I did change this one and I put a new filter on it. So I don't know if you can see that. There's a new filter. What we're looking for is, I'm going to pull it a few times. And I want to see if gas starts filling that filter, which would indicate that our fuel pump is at least working. So let's give this a few pulls and we'll see what happens here. You let me know if you see gas in there. I'm not seeing any gas. Let's try this. Nothing. We could have a bad fuel pump. Okay, we're going to pull the plugs and we're going to put some gas down the cylinders. It'll just fire for a couple seconds and shut off. If the fuel pump is okay, it might be enough to get a prime and start running. If it's not okay, it'll just keep dying. So, yeah, let me go get some gas and we'll throw it down the cylinders. I'm actually going to try something I haven't done before. It should be the same concept of putting gas down the cylinders, but I got my Hertel here, gas, and I'm going to hold the throttle wide open. I'm going to give this a couple squirts. Basically the same damn thing, really. Oh, are we, okay, yeah. Let's see there. Let's see if she fires for a second. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to do that a few times and see if we can pull fuel in that filter. If we can't, she needs a fuel pump. Let's see here. think we need a fuel pump. I was kind of concerned because when I looked at the fuel pumps, it had no mounting nuts on it, almost like it had been already taken off for some reason. And here we find the reason. Try this a couple more times, but I think it's a no-go. I think I actually have another fuel pump like that, but it leaks or something. But let's. Yeah, it would have pulled something by now. I checked the impulse line of the crankcase and it was good, so I don't think it's that. Here we go. Let's try a new pump. You guys are going to love this. Upon further inspection, here's a little chunk of line I changed. I didn't change this one. So I decided while I was here, before I go changing that pump, old trick you can do is you take the blowgun there and you can pressurize the tank. So you put your hand around it, you put the blowgun in it, you pressurize it. So you see I've got fuel in the filter now. But I noticed as I was pressurizing it, little drip, 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 and then the fuel started coming out good. I don't think this was on there very well. Let's stick this back on and see, and probably use a clamp on it. All right, found the problem. The fuel line, I thought I noticed something weird when I was changing the filter, but it didn't even click into me. The fuel line that was on there was like way too big, the wrong size. I went to put it back on the hose barb from the tank and it just falls off. This is the correct size line. I didn't put it on all the way because it is high pressure line. It's very difficult to work with. And I'm going to be replacing it anyway once I get proper sled fuel line. So for now, let's see if she's going to start. I just pressurized the tank again. I think it's going to go, but let's see what happens here. Oh, yeah. Let's just see if this damn thing is going to pull forward, because I don't even know if the gearbox works. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about that gearbox. So let's see if this thing will move forward. It's probably going to struggle for a bit. I have to normally lift the back of the sled up and spin the track to free it up, but me not thinking, I slammed the sled in the damn trees and I can't get back there to lift the track up. So if we can get it forward a couple feet, we can lift the back up and carry on. So let's see if it moves. I don't know how to use this gear selector at all. Neutral, first, second, reverse. Well, that seems like second. That seems like neutral. To me, that seems like first, so low gear. Let's see if it's going to move. Okay, yeah, it's going to move. Look at that! Let's see if reverse works. All right, I think that's going to be it for this video. It's getting dark. I just completely destroyed my grass. My wife's going to be really pissed off. Oops. Runs, drives forward and reverse. It must have no carbides at all on it because it is not turning, but minor issue. But turns out that's all it was. You need a quick carb clean. Fuel line, whoever had the fuel line on there, that massive size, not good. But yeah, runs, drives after sitting for a bunch of years. Super simple carb clean. Figured it would be good spark, good compression. Just got to get her fuel. Stay tuned for more. Subscribe if you haven't. I might have up more on this. Probably put a little bit more on this. But yeah, that's it for now. Wish me luck because Yeah, oops. Not good. Anyways, see you later, guys.
Hey! Subscribe to the channel.